The loss of a U.S. Air Force F-15E Strike Eagle in southwestern Iran last month may prove to be more than an isolated battlefield incident. Preliminary assessments suggest the aircraft was brought down by a Chinese-origin man-portable air defense system, MANPADS, highlighting the growing impact that widely exported Chinese weapon systems could have on the future operating environment for U.S. and allied air forces. The shootdown, which occurred during Operation Epic Fury in April, has drawn significant attention from military observers across the West. The aircraft, callsign Dude 44, assigned to the 494th Fighter Squadron of the 48th Fighter Wing, was reportedly flying a combat mission in the vicinity of Yasuj, within Iran's rugged Zagros Mountain region, when it was struck by a surface-to-air missile. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes what are the implications of Chinese MANPADS downing F-15E in Iran. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The incident marked the first confirmed combat loss of a U.S. crewed aircraft to enemy fire during the conflict, underscoring the persistent danger posed by short-range air defense systems, even in operations supported by advanced air power. Despite the loss of the aircraft, both crew members survived after ejecting and becoming the focus of a large-scale combat search and rescue effort. The operation reportedly evolved into one of the most demanding personnel recovery missions undertaken by U.S. forces in recent years. According to available reports, the pilot was located and extracted within several hours of the shootdown, while the weapons systems officer remained isolated in hostile mountainous terrain for nearly 2 days before rescue forces successfully reached his position. The recovery effort is believed to have involved a broad range of specialized assets, including Delta Force operators, DevGru personnel, aircraft from the 161st Special Operations Aviation Regiment, U.S. Air Force Special Operations Units, intelligence and surveillance platforms, and support from allied forces. Such operations are often extraordinarily resource-intensive, with the recovery mission itself sometimes requiring more assets and planning than the original strike operation. Reports that multiple helicopters and MC-130J aircraft were intentionally destroyed to prevent sensitive equipment or technology from falling into enemy hands further highlight the operational and intelligence stakes associated with personnel recovery missions in contested environments. President Donald Trump later stated publicly that the F-15E had been brought down by a shoulder-fired missile, reinforcing assessments that the aircraft was engaged by a MANPADS-class weapon. Available information suggests the aircraft was operating at approximately 7,000 feet, 2.13 kilometers or 1.32 miles, above ground level when it was struck, an altitude that falls comfortably within the engagement envelope of many modern shoulder-launched air defense systems. The geography of the Zagros Mountains may also have played a significant role in the engagement. Mountainous terrain creates numerous tactical challenges for strike aircraft, including radar blind zones, constrained flight paths, and reduced reaction times. These conditions can provide favorable ambush opportunities for mobile air defense teams, allowing them to exploit terrain masking and engage aircraft with limited warning. Similar tactics have repeatedly been observed during the Russia-Ukraine war, where portable air defense systems have demonstrated their effectiveness against aircraft operating in complex terrain and at relatively low altitudes. According to reporting citing officials familiar with the investigation, the weapon matched the general dimensions and characteristics associated with modern Chinese shoulder-launch systems. Attention has increasingly focused on the FN-6 MANPADS, one of China's most widely exported infrared-guided air defense weapons. The FN-6, Feinu 6, or Flying Crossbow 6, is a third-generation MANPADS developed by the Chinese defense industry to provide short-range protection against low-flying aircraft, helicopters, cruise missiles, and unmanned aerial vehicles. Designed for deployment by infantry units and mobile air defense teams, the FN-6 represents a significant advancement over earlier Chinese shoulder-fired surface-to-air missile systems, incorporating improved infrared guidance, enhanced countermeasure capabilities, and greater operational flexibility. Developed by the China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation, the FN-6 entered service with the People's Liberation Army in the early 2000s. The weapon has been supplied to numerous countries across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, and has seen combat use in several regional conflicts. The FN-6 is designed around a lightweight and highly mobile architecture. The complete launch unit consists of the missile housed within a disposable launch tube, an integrated gripstock assembly, an optical sighting system, and a battery cooling unit. The system can be carried and operated by a single soldier, allowing rapid deployment in difficult terrain and reducing dependence on larger, vehicle-mounted air defense assets. At the core of the FN-6's effectiveness is its passive infrared homing seeker. Unlike radar-guided air defense systems, the missile does not emit detectable signals during target acquisition or engagement. Instead, it tracks the heat signature generated by aircraft engines and exhaust systems. This passive guidance method significantly reduces warning time for the targeted aircraft and enhances the survivability of the launch team by minimizing electronic emissions that could reveal their position. The missile employs a sophisticated multi-element infrared seeker capable of discriminating between genuine targets and common infrared countermeasures such as flares. The missile itself measures approximately 1.5 meters in length and weighs around 10 kilograms, 22 pounds, while the complete system weighs roughly 16 kilograms, 35 pounds. Upon launch, a solid-fuel rocket motor accelerates the missile to speeds approaching Mach 2. The weapon is designed to engage targets at ranges of approximately 500 meters to 6 kilometers, 3.7 miles, and altitudes extending from as low as 15 meters up to about 3.8 kilometers, 2.36 miles. China has also developed several derivatives and upgraded variants of the FN-6. These include vehicle-mounted launchers, naval adaptations, and integrated short-range air defense systems that combine electro-optical sensors with multiple missile launch tubes. For decades, military strategists have regarded MANPADS as one of the most enduring dangers to aircraft operating at low and medium altitudes. Advances in avionics, sensors, stealth technology, and precision weapons have transformed aerial warfare. Yet portable surface-to-air missiles continue to pose a credible threat because of their mobility, concealment, and relatively low cost. The reported shootdown reinforces operational lessons repeatedly observed in conflicts ranging from Afghanistan and Libya to Syria and Ukraine. These campaigns have demonstrated that even advanced combat aircraft can be exposed to significant risk when operating in environments where terrain, enemy air defenses, and intelligence networks constrain tactical options. As battlespace surveillance becomes increasingly sophisticated, pilots may find themselves forced into flight profiles that reduce their ability to avoid short-range air defense threats. From an operational perspective, the event raises important questions for future air campaigns. The loss of a strike aircraft to a portable missile system is likely to influence mission planning, including route design, altitude management, threat assessment procedures, and the integration of electronic warfare support. It may also reinforce the growing emphasis on platforms and concepts that reduce pilot exposure to contested airspace, including stealth aircraft, standoff precision weapons, unmanned systems, and long-range strike capabilities. Beyond the immediate battlefield consequences, the incident carries broader strategic significance. If a Chinese-designed missile system was indeed responsible for the engagement, it would represent a notable example of Chinese defense technology directly affecting the survivability of a frontline U.S. combat aircraft. Such an outcome would highlight how Beijing's expanding arms export network can shape regional security dynamics and influence conflicts far beyond China's borders. Rather than relying on direct military intervention, the widespread export of advanced weapon systems allows Chinese technology to exert influence through partner nations and end users. Investigators are reportedly still working to determine whether the missile involved originated from recently supplied equipment or from existing Iranian inventories acquired years earlier. Should evidence point to a recent transfer, it would likely intensify scrutiny of China's relationship with Iran during the conflict. Observers have noted reports of Chinese cargo aircraft arriving in Iran shortly before and during hostilities, although the nature of their cargo has not been publicly confirmed.